Action.
Action.
Yeah. So, we spent a little bit of time trying to discuss what we wanted to talk about in this episode, in this right here. And that's what this piece of paper's for. And we were kind of just had like a bunch of ideas of like what we want the podcast to
You're
be.
a little out of frame. Sorry.
Nah, you're good. I wish my hair looked less like Lord Farquaad right now.
I feel that. I feel like Dora.
We both looking like Farquaad and Dora. Yeah, but what's your name?
My name is...
I'm gonna interview you and you're gonna interview me, right?
Yeah. But simultaneously?
Yeah.
Yeah. My name is Alma Murillo. I said that really weird. I don't know how I said it. Fucked up my own name.
That's you Okay, how would you pronounce your own name if you didn't fuck it up?
Alma Murillo. Okay.
Bravo.
But I don't know. It's because people say like Alma.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay.
I think I say Alma.
That's my siblings say Alma. My mom says Alma. Yeah, but I say Leslie and I don't say Leslie. For one of them, probably bleep her name out. I don't think she wants to be.
Okay. Fair enough.
What's your name?
My name is Robert McGowan. Pretty basic white guy name. Yeah. I used to say if you want to remember my name, think of a lawyer.
Think of a lawyer?
Yeah. It's a pretty basic lawyer name.
Okay.
You know, Robert Gallagher, whatever.
Gallagher?
Yeah. I just feel like that's a lawyer name.
Yeah.
So where are you from?
I was born in Fresno.
Yeah.
Yeah. I grew up in, like, Carson City until, like, 7th grade, and then I moved to, like, Reno. And, yeah, I just, that's where I'm from. Why'd you want to start this?
Like a podcast?
Mm-hmm.
To talk about a bunch of stuff that I already talked to a bunch of people about in real life.
Mm-hmm.
I've spent a lot of time talking a lot of random people's ears off about a lot of random shit.
Yeah, definitely.
And like I've had a lot of different people change my perspective on those conversations that I'll just go off for hours about.
Mm.
So having a place where I can get even more people to change my perspective even more is really cool, and also like a place where I can like get comfortable and have fun, make jokes and all that other kind of stuff.
I feel like definitely, like, I feel like I agree totally, because it's like I'm so excited that like I just like hearing like other people's like perspectives sometimes, because like if it's like a wide range of people and like there's a good amount of people they think differently, and like, you know what I mean, like you're
more educated as a group than as an individual.
Definitely.
You can start to like question each other and stuff. Do you think pineapple belongs on pizza?
I like it.
Yeah?
I like it.
Okay.
It's my mom's favorite.
Yeah?
But
I think it's my favorite.
It's your favorite?
Yeah. Hawaiian with the ham. If it's made good.
Have you put jalapenos on it too?
No.
So good.
Jalapenos will fuck me up.
So good.
I once ate like I don't know if it was a jalapeno or what, but it made me cry. It was like little green pepper from like a sushi place.
Oh.
Yeah, with like seeds on it and stuff. It wasn't cooked or anything. Yeah, it fucked me up.
What's like a conspiracy theory you like don't doubt at all?
Does MK Ultra count as a conspiracy theory if it's like confirmed? Like, I mean, like the CIA was literally giving people on beaches acid.
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe that the CIA was feeding narcotics to the inner city gangs in like early eras, like Bloods and Crips, and instilling gang wars and that kind of stuff. Just trying to keep and instill violence and chaos in these areas. I think that's something that, having done very, very little research about it, I'm like, yeah, I buy that.
Yeah.
Having heard about MK Ultra and just the history of our country, I'm like, yeah, no doubt.
No doubt.
What about you? What's a conspiracy theory that you're full sending on your nutcase?
I think
list?
I don't even know. Like, I feel like mine in my head isn't a conspiracy theory, but like the whole Epstein.
Yeah.
Like, I think that goes super. I think that's super deep rooted, you know, and so I don't doubt that. I don't doubt there's like hella people involved. I don't doubt that they did Ghislaine Maxwell's like case super quickly, and then like, oh, you know what I mean? Like they're not looking any further into it when it wasn't just like this little thing, and I feel like it's super deep rooted. Nice. And I don't doubt it. I just don't doubt it.
Well, it's like the same thing with Scientology. Is like just straight up, just bald face, like cultish stuff.
What is Scientology? Like a little brief. Oh, okay. No, I just don't know.
You can't do anything about Scientology. Dude.
No?
It's too fucked up.
Okay.
Yeah, L. Ron Hubbard is the guy who created it. Crazy guy. And he jacked off in the woods for like a week trying to summon the mother of the Antichrist. And when he came home, there was a redhead there waiting for him.
Wait. Deadass.
Deadass. That's gonna be so funny. Okay.
Oh, no.
Alright, well, we lost the video.
The whole thing?
Well, no, I'm sure that it's saved up into that point.
Okay.
But that's
really funny. That was a funny stopping point.
How much? Less than 10 minutes?
Less than 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Damn.
We can go audio. Go full audio?
Full audio?
Yeah.
Just mouth the words.
Well, I mean, like, we're just talking.
Yeah.
They can still hear us. I'm still recording audio.
Full audio?
Yeah. We don't have video anymore. We lost it.
Okay. Well.
We can charge the battery and then, go from there. If this one ends up being just another, dead shot. The thing is, it's like it's already 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we plan to start at 4.
Yeah.
But, I got more questions for you. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is like green or purple right now.
Green or purple?
Yeah.
What's a mixture of green and purple?
I don't know. Orange?
Maybe.
I could look it up real quick. What's the mixture of green and orange? No, not like that. Not like that. Sorry. Here, I have questions too. Wait up.
Yeah, what questions you got for me?
Sorry, just like that.
No, it's okay. Flip through your pages hella loud while my high quality microphone picks up on it.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 3 younger siblings. I'm the oldest of 4.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I've got the one closest to me is my sister C. She's 13 months younger than me.
Oh wow. A tiny bit over a year.
Bit over a year.
Yeah.
Then after her is my brother. He's like 3-4 years
Blue.
younger than me. Oh, nice. So yeah, and then my brother's pretty much 4 years younger than me, and then his name is Thomas, and then I've got my little sister Michelle, who's like 5 years younger than me. So between all 4 of us, we're 5 years apart between the oldest and the youngest.
Okay, yeah.
And Michelle is 18 now. So yeah, we're all grown up. It's crazy. I went to the mall the other day. Mm-hmm. And she drove herself and spent her own money that she got at her job being a manager of the pizza place.
She's a manager?
Yeah.
Pizza place? That's so cool.
Dude, oh my god, my sister had a gun pulled on her. She was robbed at gunpoint at the pizza place.
What?
And when I called her and asked her about it, I asked her, like, so were you scared or annoyed? And she was like, honestly, I was just like, take the money and get out of here. I was annoyed.
Yeah.
And I was like, how did I know? How did I know that you were just gonna be like, oh my god, this is not the day. Here, I'm not gonna die over $50, bro.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, that's crazy though. Literally, like, at gunpoint.
Yeah.
That's insane.
They arrested the guy and then they posted bail and are walking around.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's crazy.
What a world we live in.
Yeah.
So, how many siblings do you have?
I have 2 older siblings. I'm the youngest. But, the oldest is 6 years older than me, and she's 25. No, yeah, she's 25 right now. She's gonna turn 26. The middle one is 20, and she's gonna turn 21. And then I'm gonna turn 20, but I'm 19. That's okay.
You're gonna turn 20, but you're 19. Didn't you just turn 19?
Yeah, but it's this year.
Okay.
It's this year.
This year that we're 23 days into?
Yeah, we're in the first month, so we're in the year.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be 23 this year.
Yeah, you're gonna be 23 this year.
Okay.
It's not a lie.
Okay, I don't think 49-year-olds are like, I'm gonna be 50 this year. I think they're like, I'm 49.
Well, I think I don't know.
Yeah. How do you feel being the littlest sibling?
I couldn't imagine a younger sibling. I had like one time that I was like, oh, I feel like a bigger sister to someone.
Mm-hmm.
And then other than that, like, I really don't. I've never pictured having like little siblings. I just don't know. I don't know. If you could have dinner with anyone dead or alive, who would it be? Or what?
I think Abraham Lincoln would be a really cool person.
What would you eat as well?
Damn, I'm thinking like Plato or Socrates. Probably Socrates. And what would I eat with Socrates? Could I eat something? I mean, if I'm just like...
Probably like a fish dish.
I'm thinking like chicken.
Oh.
like big, well-cooked chicken with like, I could just tear the leg off.
Oh, hell yeah.
And like, eat like good chicken and like probably vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some whatever grains
what
they
about
like to eat.
Time period. If you could be in time period for a day.
Oh, this one.
No, for a day you would want to stay. The future. The future. Okay, that sounds cool.
I'm just like I think that the arrow of progress kind of marches forward, and any period in the past has like certain nostalgic allures to it, but in reality you don't want to fucking be there on the day to day.
It's for one day, right? So I would want to go to the States, but before colonization, and I just want to see what a day like that would be like. I feel like that sounds so interesting to me.
I'd probably go tear some shit up in the Roaring 20s.
That'd be kind of cool. Fun. Dance till you fucking drop, dude.
That'd be super fun.
Or a Prohibition era. Go to speakeasies.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
That would be a lot of fun, trying not to get caught by the bobbies.
The bobbies? Is that what they were called?
I think that's just what they call them in the UK.
The bobbies. I shouldn't say that like that. But, do you like comics?
I've read a lot of Spider-Man comics.
Spider-Man's cool.
You know, I really like Marvel and DC superheroes and stuff. I've played a lot of video games that are around that stuff. I don't own a lot of comics, like solid copies, and I haven't read them as much recently as I did when I was a kid. But yeah, I like comics.
Yeah.
Not enough to like. I mean, I've watched YouTube videos about this stuff sometimes, like the lore videos.
Yeah.
Which are really fun to watch.
Lore is so fun. That was like one of the best parts about Skyrim and stuff. It's like the lore.
Yeah, Skyrim and Fallout both have a lot of fun lore.
Hell yeah. Honestly, I didn't know Zelda had so much lore.
Yeah?
It has hella. It goes like really like deep into shit.
What's your favorite video game franchise? Like string of video games. It doesn't have to just be one, but it could be like Fallout, you know, Elder Scrolls.
I like Skyrim, but I feel like it's hard to like stay sitting for like a while and play, you know what I mean? So like
I felt that.
I can't get like too, but like I really like this one called like Fall Guys, cause
Yeah.
it like it's almost like a little like rager, cause like it's just really fun. It's like almost like you do little races.
Yeah.
And little like.
It's quick.
It's
you get,
quick.
You get
yeah.
like you can sit down for 5 minutes, get a whole game in.
Mhm.
Whereas like Skyrim, you're like, you could play for weeks on end.
I could be walking through the woods.
Yeah, you could literally just be doing nothing forever.
Yeah.
That's why I like playing Smite a lot.
Yeah.
Because that game's like, 20 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get a game in, and like the whole time it's action packed, and you're trying to keep up with other people that are doing the same thing. But if you haven't played it, don't start, because the learning curve makes you want to hurt yourself.
The learning curve?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's rough learning how to play games like that.
Yeah. I think I definitely need to play more.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I haven't played a lot of games. Especially not recently.
Yeah, but my computer is like older than a kindergartner, so most of the games that my computer runs, it runs like at 110%.
110.
So what are some things that you're excited to talk about, like in more depth on the podcast?
I feel like I'm really excited to talk about how weird life is.
Yeah.
And like just the weird coincidences, like pie, for sure.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
I feel like
so
I could talk
fun.
for hours about pie.
Yeah, and like
apple pie, banana cream pie, like raspberry pie.
Pie's good.
I like pie.
Yeah.
Apple. What's your favorite kind of pie?
I haven't had pie in so long. I like pumpkin pies. I haven't had pie in like so long.
But of all the pies you've had, you think pumpkin's the best?
I haven't had a lot of pies.
You've ever had apple pie?
I have had an apple pie.
And you pick pumpkin over apple?
You know what? You don't gotta shame me.
Okay.
I feel like it's like
Did you at least put whipped cream on it?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. That shit's so good. I shouldn't do that. It's like making a little ticking sound.
What's your favorite movie?
The Gremlins.
Gremlins?
I think so.
That's a pretty good movie.
I am, Gizmo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what my favorite movie is. I like, I haven't seen a lot. I just saw one, like, 2 days ago, and it was so good. And it was about this guy named Jonathan Larson, and I think he wrote Rent, And it's so cool. It's called Tick Tick Boom, and it has Andrew Garfield in it. It's so fun. It's so cool.
Nice. That's pretty good. Why is that your favorite movie?
Dude, one of those songs just like helped me. I was like, wow, this song's so good. It's so fun.
That's pretty cool.
It's a fun song. They just like move very frantically, and then he looks crazy. Like, such good acting. He just looks like he like tightens his jaw almost, and like he's starting his eyes. It's cool. I don't know. What's your favorite color?
Green.
Okay. Yeah.
Green or purple.
Green or purple?
Yeah.
What's something about space you find interesting?
It is... So as a little kid, the idea of space being infinite really kind of, like, blew my mind. Because if it is infinite, that means anything that can happen will happen in an infinite universe. And not just can and will, but will happen infinitely.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's what infinite is. It's
Yeah.
just an infinite repeating... Like, anything that could happen will happen an infinite amount of times.
Yeah.
So, if that is true, I think that is just so interesting to me that there's someone having this exact conversation in, like, in a body that looks exactly like mine.
Yeah.
Next to someone who's having the exact conversation we're having, who has a body that's exactly like yours. Or someone that's having a completely different conversation.
Yeah. The microphone we're using is a microphone.
Yeah.
And you're a microphone too.
And I'm a microphone too. If a tree falls in the woods and nobody's around to hear it, it doesn't make a sound.
Does sound have to? Does sound need a person viewing it to be considered a sound because it's someone perceiving it? Because if it is that, then no, because no one's around to perceive it, so then it didn't make a sound. But then, you know what I mean?
I completely agree with you.
Okay.
I've had this conversation with, like, kids, and their parents are standing around me like, this fucking hippie.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm like, well, like, sound is, like, kind of based on, like, this human perception of, like, if we can hear it, because if nothing's around to perceive it as sound.
Yeah.
Because what is sound but, like, vibrations in the air?
Yeah.
And, like, if those vibrations in the air aren't converted in some way to sound, by, like, the bones in my ears and my eardrum, and then my brain converting those vibrations into something that I can perceive, like, as sound. So it's like, if there isn't a brain or eardrums or, like, all that other stuff around to perceive it as sound, then it's just vibrations in the air.
Yeah.
At least I would think that, maybe a little bit.
That's a good one. I mean, yeah. What do you think about the public school system?
Trash. Trash on trash on trash.
Yeah.
It is designed to create obedient workers, and not, like, it's like in America we kind of hype up this entrepreneurial spirit, but then we never teach our youth how to be entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
We just teach them how to benefit other entrepreneurs.
Yeah, literally.
And then once those entrepreneurs are taking advantage of these people that were literally designed to be taken advantage of by the school system that they were forced to be put through by the government that they were born into.
Preach though.
But also it is a country where you are constantly given the tools and being kind of, like, told, hey, you can do this all by yourself and figure it out. It's just not as easy as they pointed out to be, and it is a lot of hard work. And they are constantly setting you up for failure, I think, to be some pawn to somebody else. And the whole time that you are trying to kind of stand out, you're going to be stepped on. It's until you're going to be in a position to step on people. And then you kind of have to choose, like, now that you have that power, to figure out how to handle it and not step on people, because that's kind of how the system is designed, is to take advantage of people. And the more people that you can, like, take advantage of, the more money you can make. It's like, as a kid, I used to think, the more people, if you want to make $1 million, help 1 million people. But I think a fucked up fact is, if you want to make $1 billion, you can take advantage of 1 million people.
That's not the only way.
Yeah, it's not the only way, but I definitely think it's a lot easier.
Yeah. I think a lot of people definitely lean like that, towards that, like a lot of employers or, like, major companies and, like, whatever. Yeah. What's it called? You wanted a mission statement, no? Did we already say that?
Yeah, I think we didn't talk about it too much. Where'd that piece of paper go? So yeah, we had a bunch of different ideas, and then I think we kind of rounded it up into pretty much creating a space to explore different ideas.
Yeah.
But, like, creating, like, an open space for, like, the free and, like, expression of ideas.
No judgment.
Yeah, no judgment.
Want to hear your point of view.
I hate to say, like,
mine.
Safe space.
Yeah.
Because, like, those words are just kind of lame to hear back to back.
Yeah.
But it's like, I do want it to be a place where everybody can just talk about anything that they want, and not feel, like, judged for it, and just try to, like, get to a point where we both feel like, we respect everybody, and we just want to, like, improve.
Yeah.
And, like, learn more and experience as much of, like, this kind of big, beautiful planet as possible.
Yeah, definitely. And the people in it, and
Yeah, that's definitely not as refined as I would like it to be, but for now, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, like, I think we both kind of have an idea of what we want to talk about and, like, the kind of energy that we want to create.
Yeah, because I think for the next ones, they're going to be, like, more researched and more focused on, like,
more like talking about a topic and then less just, like, interviewing each other or just rambling about stuff. But I'm sure there will be a little bit of interviewing each other and rambling about stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's kind of, like... I like that. You know, when I listen to podcasts, I like hearing the people that, like, I'm like, oh, these people like each other.
Mm-hmm.
They're friends. And then they're also educated and like to learn about stuff. And, you know, that makes you kind of feel like, you know, it's not just people forcing some agenda down your throat. They're actually people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what is your favorite artist? Who's like an artist that you really like?
Mac Miller.
Yeah? Mac Miller was my most listened to artist last year on Spotify.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, he took it away from I Am Jake Hill. He had it 2 years in a row, and then Mac took it the third year.
Wow, yeah, no, Mac, I don't know. I get sad sometimes.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I don't know.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I don't know. But, I feel weird sometimes about music. Like, it's hard for me to be like, yes, I stand by this artist or something like that. But Mac is so, like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'd like I can say for sure, like, I like that artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. I think that there's a lot of time. Like, for I Am Jake Hill, when I've listened to his music, I felt almost close to the artist. Mm-hmm. Even, like, I've loved the music, but I feel close to the artist. And I've also
because they're, like, letting you in, too. It's, like, really vulnerable and shit.
So that's, like, a really cool thing. And I think art is, like, really cool for that because it can make you feel stuff like that.
How important is money to you?
I think, it's pretty important. I mean, if you're asking to me personally, that's kind of, I think it's very important to most people in, like, society, and therefore, like, I'm a part of that society, so it's important to me. But it's really trying to understand that it enables you to do all of the important things in your life. It isn't the important thing in your life, but it enables you to do such. Like, take care of the ones you love, like, you know, have a house, like, access the internet, record a podcast, like, all of these things, like, in a capitalist society require, like, some type of financial capital. And these are the things that are important to me. And if I can manage and, like, understand and control the capital that I have, I can leverage it to do more of the things that I love in the future. And help other people do more of the things that they love in the future. And so I think it has become, like, this, like, representation of, like, power, and it's, like, this absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that is, like, a dangerous thought, because, like, if you have $1 billion, tell me that is an absolute power. Over some guy like me who has, like, at most, you know, he's lucky if he's, like, got a positive net worth any given month. You know, guy with $1 billion and then $2 billion next year, like, that's it's more power that he has in his hands to control and help people than I just have had in my whole life.
I don't like how it's like it's set up to where we have to worry about money, where you have to be, like, smart about it and like really, like,
especially since we're not educated by our school systems about it. Because money is, like, something that can be studied and learned about. And, like,
stocks and shit. Like, in school, that would have been so beneficial.
I mean, if you would have been investing by the time that you were 18, look at any 5-year chart for any stock that is active. And the majority of them have this thing called an exponential growth chart. And that's because of compound interest. So if you start investing and you do some kind of basic crap, Yeah, when you're just 18, 5 years in, you're going to be 23. You're going to have compound interest starting to work for you. 5 years later, you're now 28. You're not even 30. You've been investing for 10 years. And that's at the simplest level. Most people aren't going to start investing until they're 28.
28?
I mean, I feel like so many people aren't gonna. They're spending their money on the things that they want to, the day-to-day stuff, their bills, their food, their weed. You know, all the shit that they can barely afford right now. So how can you afford to invest?
That's true.
Here's the bigger question: once you learn about investing and all that stuff, you realize that you can't afford not to. Because, like, 10 years, by the time you're 28, if you start investing when you're 18, you are exponentially so far ahead of anybody who has now at the age of 28. If they're starting to invest, they probably have more bills, more responsibilities, more things that they need to put their financial power into. Whereas, like, if you start that stuff when you're young, you have more time to learn, more time to compound interest. All of this stuff gets, like, so much more powerful when you start early. And it's like we're not taught that early. We're barely, like, encouraged. We're almost encouraged not to learn about it as we get older too. Like, you ever try talking to, like, family members about things like money and stuff? They're like, we don't talk about money. You know, we don't talk about money and politics. Like,
yeah, my family, I don't know why we were always kind of, like, honest about, like, money.
That's good.
Yeah. I feel, but like, definitely, like, no politics, no religion, like, those what people say.
I don't like those dividing.
I don't like those.
I think.
You don't like them?
No, I mean, I think that you should be able to talk about whatever.
No, literally, because I those were, like, my favorite things to, like, bring up, and, like, because I like hearing other people talk about it, like, when they talk about, like, their religions and, like, whatever. But, like, one of my favorite topics, like, when I met not new people, but, like, when I would, like, want to have, like, conversations, I'd always ask, like, oh, like, what's your view on abortion? And I just wanted to hear, you know? But just, like, those, like, topics are, like, touchy, but, like, they're interesting.
What are some of your political beliefs?
What, some of my political beliefs?
Like, would you say you lean left or right?
I don't like the party system. I don't like it. Because Andrew Yang, one time he said, like, he was on the Democratic side, but he said, like, it's not left or right, it's forward, and I really like that. So, because I feel like it is really dividing, and, like, no one expects the third party to win, and I feel like, I don't like that. I think that it should be, like, really about what's I've said before,
I think that the bigger problem isn't the left or the right, but it's the polarization of both.
Yeah, it's like, why are you hating it? Like, let's just try to, like, I don't know, like, progress and, like, I don't know, become better as, like, people in a society, and, like, I don't know, I feel like, I mean, for me, like, I feel like it's on purpose, and it's, like, just really distracting on, like, I don't know, people get really scared, like, just watching the news, and, like, just, like, oh, like...
You want to hear a fun fact that I heard recently?
Yeah.
CNN's viewership dropped 90%.
90?
90%, dog.
Yeah.
90% of people stopped watching CNN. It's just too much doom and gloom for people, and there's too many other news sources. Too many people are trashing on it.
I don't trust the news.
I don't trust the news.
Would rather research it than, like...
I'd rather go on YouTube to research it.
Literally, I trust YouTube more than I trust the news.
And I don't trust YouTube that much, because YouTube's owned by Google, and Google...
True.
Google don't... We can talk about Google for a whole ass hour. What do you think the coolest planet is?
The coolest planet? I don't know. I think
There's one acceptable answer.
No.
Yes.
Saturn has the rings, yeah?
Yes.
Did you want me to see Saturn?
That is the one.
Okay.
It has rings, bro. It's beautiful.
Saturn's cool. Jupiter's cool.
Jupiter's cool, but it's also just a big gassy bitch.
Yeah, my horoscope thing is ruled by Jupiter. I think yours. I don't know. I don't know. Uranus.
Uranus.
I don't think it's Uranus.
It 100% is Uranus. Ask Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I don't. I don't want to burn bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Fair enough. How do you feel about researching topics?
I feel good. I feel good about that. I feel
Yeah.
like we should research a lot before the next episode, and then like have a lot to say because we know what we're talking about. I don't like talking about shit I don't know about. You know, so I feel
Sound like a fool.
Yeah, because it's like I don't know. I just don't like doing
really
that.
Puts yourself out there for ridicule.
Yeah, because it's like if you don't know what
you're coming from a place of ignorance.
Yeah, literally. So I think that researching is like fun, kind of too. So I feel like
I've enjoyed researching a lot of stuff, and I think it's a lot more fun to learn stuff when you're not being forced to learn stuff. Kind of leading into another question. It's like, were you a good student?
I was such a bad student freshman year to like junior year, half of junior year, and then I switched schools, right? And I was really good student when I went to that other school. But then Corona hit my junior year, end of my junior year, I think.
That's crazy, bro. It's been here that long.
And then so my senior year was like really weird, like a hybrid. So I just switched to online school. And I screwed myself over because I couldn't like motivate myself to like get on it. And I like didn't pass with like I needed to finish 3 classes, and I didn't finish them. But I'm getting my high set. But I was such a good student that like portion of junior year. Such a good student. I've never been like had better grades than them. I didn't do anything sophomore year. I didn't do anything. I went to school to socialize. I went to have fun and like do weird stuff, weird shit, and like school. I was a okay student at the end, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I never like got in fights and shit with people. I remember this girl like was like yelling at the teacher, and I don't know why. Like they were just like, it was my friend and then another one. Like I had like moved to the school. I had like a couple people I knew, and like she was just like giving the teacher shit or something. But whatever. And then they sent her away, and then someone turned around and they looked at me and they're like, "Did you see that?" I was like, "What?" And then she's like, "That," like her yelling at it. I didn't care. Like I didn't care. Like I don't know. I thought that was unnecessary.
Bro, these cats are tripping me out.
Oh. Goose, stop doing that.
Goose is gonna kill him.
Don't do that. Okay.
Think they're gonna be nice to each other?
Unlucky. Dude, I think that I need to do something to socialize them more. I feel like I need to actively be doing something to socialize them more.
Make them play with each other.
Yeah.
What was your favorite subject in school?
I liked... I don't know what was my favorite. I liked Algebra 2.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I liked Algebra 2 too. One of my favorite math teachers ever was my Algebra 2 teacher.
Yeah. I feel like once I got it.
Yeah.
And that felt really nice. I liked band. I was in band, and I thought that was so fun.
Yeah.
In marching band.
This one time at band camp.
So many of those stories, but yeah, we did do band camp, but it wasn't like you stayed away anywhere though. We would just meet up at the school and get there like early in practice and warm up and learn all the stuff for the year.
Learning all the stuff for the year.
Well, not all the stuff, but like some of the pep songs and like.
I used to hang out with band kids a lot.
Band kids were so funny.
Yeah.
They have a special place in my heart for sure. Band will always, I don't know. that was a fun experience. Yeah, I feel like I don't regret that. I don't regret like joining band. One of my sisters, she's so different now, but when we were in middle school, she told me not to join band, cause she's like, don't join band, you're gonna be a loser, and she like really meant it.
Damn.
And I was like,
What instrument did you play in band?
I started band in 5th grade, and then I played clarinet up until junior year. I played clarinet, but like literally like that. And then I switched to mellophone. And then saxophone isn't hard to learn because it's like at a certain point the notes are the same from clarinet. Yeah. But I don't know. That's so fun. That is so fun. I love like
music is awesome.
Yeah, classical music, so good. I don't know, but music is I feel like what you listen to says a lot about you.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I asked what your favorite artist was.
I don't even know if that's my favorite artist, honestly. I feel like that's
but it's what you said, so
it's one that
says a lot.
It's one that I don't feel embarrassed about. You know what I mean? That
Fair
I feel
enough.
like good about.
You're like, I'm gonna gatekeep the rest of that.
What's your favorite musical?
Heathers.
Heathers is good. Heathers is hella good.
Yeah, Heathers is probably my favorite musical, but JD and all that other stuff. I was pretty edgy in high school, so JD was pretty great. Toxic love relationship, blah blah blah. You know, Heathers was a lot of fun to have a lot of fun with other heartbroken teenagers too. Yeah, my high school was very close to doing Heathers.
And they didn't?
They did Sweeney Todd instead.
What's Sweeney Todd?
It's the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. There's a movie about it with Johnny Depp. It's pretty good.
I've seen it.
It's a pretty good movie. I recommend it.
Okay, yeah.
It used to be on Netflix. I don't know if it still is. But yeah, it's a Sweeney Todd movie. It's pretty good. You got Johnny Depp singing it.
Do you have a life philosophy or something you live by?
I have a couple of like rules, like loose rules.
Okay.
Like it's like before I went to high school, I was pretty worried I was gonna get into fights a lot. So I had like if somebody wanted to fight me, my intention would be to end the fight.
Yeah.
But if somebody hurt somebody that I care about, and I was gonna try and hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Nobody ever tried to fight me or somebody I care about.
Yeah.
I think that when you have that belief in your heart, like 100%, you literally exude a type of aura.
Yeah.
And like people feel that, even if they don't know that they feel that.
Yeah.
And they also feel the other people that don't feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
That are like, they could pick on me all they want and I'm just not going to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I kind of definitely give off the energy of like, it's like you may hurt me, but I will definitely hurt you.
Yeah.
And if you hurt somebody I care about, that was your last mistake.
That's a good way to put it, though. Yeah, I feel like fully believe that, like.
Yeah, because I grew up in the woods, like homeschooled, and like my upbringing was a little wild. So like high school, I expected to be equally as wild, but it was a lot more tame than I expected it to be. But I think like other things is like I really want to be a peaceful person.
Yeah.
Until like I think the most powerful countries in the world are the democratic ones, like the U.S. and the U.K. and like they're the ones that have like the most say in like what happens in the world.
Yeah, but they're not necessarily like the.
No, but I think that that there's something to be said about talking about our issues.
Yeah.
Being open and like it shows when like the countries that people really get behind are the ones that are at least saying and trying to display like this openness and free spirit for like communication.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that like people are really like happy to live in and like willing to die for.
Yeah.
At least that I've seen in my U.S. lens of the world.
I like places like Sweden and like Norway. I feel like they have low crime rates, don't they?
I'm not too sure.
I think they do.
I'm sure.
Sweden.
I know that we have one of the highest incarceration rates of any first world nation.
Dude, aren't like large percentage of our incarcerated people weed charges.
Oh, like drug charges is like the majority.
But isn't it like how can they keep people in prison
after this stuff's being legalized?
Yeah,
because federally it's still illegal.
But that's really annoying.
Oh well. I'm sure if you're in prison it is.
Wait, but if it's legal, just because it's not like federally
well, and do you know
legal?
what? Like it's classified as a class 1 narcotic.
That's dumb.
Do you know what the definition of a class 1 narcotic is in the eyes of the federal government?
No, please explain.
It is a drug with no known medicinal uses.
How is that still in that category?
Yeah, when it's been used to treat glaucoma since the 80s.
That's crazy.
When it's been used to treat so many different other things like PTSD, anxiety, depression, like all these other things, it's literally helped with. And like it's cocaine, class 2 narcotic. Some medicinal uses for cocaine are recognized by the federal government.
That's so funny.
Surgery usually to numb areas. But yeah, you can use cocaine is less illegal than marijuana. In the eyes of the federal government.
That is really that's pretty dumb.
Yeah, I'm not a big supporter of that. Like here's a fun fact. LSD, if you're caught in like Compton selling LSD, you can get like life in prison. If you get caught selling cocaine, it's pretty common. You got like 1 to 5 years.
That's ridiculous.
So you're back on the street
ridiculous.
selling cocaine in a year to 5 years later. And if you get caught selling LSD, you're rotting in prison.
For what? For like a tab, or for like just I don't know. I feel like that's kind.
I mean,
that's
like
ridiculous.
I hear a lot more stories of people killing themselves snorting lines of cocaine than I do taking tabs of LSD.
Yeah.
Like yeah, you hear the stories of people getting perma-fried and fucked up and having seizures and like all that other stuff, but like just Google LSD death rates U.S. cocaine death rates U.S.
Yeah, that's the information you need.
And like why is that like why are those crimes punished so differently? Yeah. So, are you religious?
I'm really open to figuring it out.
Yeah.
I don't know what I believe in necessarily.
Agnostic type.
Agnostic is you can't like just say it doesn't exist, but you can't say it exists, right? But they believe in isn't agnostic like
agnostic's kind of open.
Okay.
It's like you're like nothing's really been proven, but I'm like I'm open to hearing about what you're saying.
Yeah, I like
kind of have like a ish belief of stuff.
Well, I have some things I for sure am like about, but I just don't have like a I don't know, cuz it's like I think that it's too complicated probably for us to like understand fully, but I think that like I mean I don't believe in like heaven or hell because like it's too
very human.
It's too human based and like that just doesn't seem realistic to me. I don't like how a lot of the religions put themselves above animals and shit because I feel like we're not.
You want to hear of a religion that doesn't put themselves above animals?
Which one?
Levian Satanism.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of their commanding like tenets is do not harm animals.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of funny. I think that I don't think we fully die. But
yeah, I mean energy cannot be created or destroyed. Blah blah blah. My consciousness is this weird energy that I can't like quite put my finger on. So to think that it's just gonna be gone when my body's no longer producing electrical impulses, but like what if it is just those like electrical impulses that gives me some illusion of consciousness?
Yeah.
It's like I try not to think about these things too much.
Yeah. I overthought it as a kid, so I think that I'm just like it's like okay now. It's like not a bad topic. It's not like I get super like, oh, what's gonna happen after we die? Like I don't wanna like think like what's even happening, like is life real? Like you know what I mean? Like
my little sister, I once kind of bullied her into telling me what she thinks happens after she dies. She was kind of like shy to say it, and I was like, no, but like really, what do you think happens? And she eventually said that she thinks that people will miss her.
Oh my gosh. That's a sweet response.
Yeah. So that was really cool, and I really agree with that. It's like you should do a lot of great things in your life, so that way you don't have to say anything or do anything at the end of your life. Everybody just knows that you cared a lot. You put 110% on the table, and they're gonna remember you and miss you, and like be like, damn, we lost a good one.
I definitely want, like, I feel like funerals should be like celebrating the life of the person, and I hope that like mine's not so depressing.
Yeah, just play like Party in the USA at your funeral. Problem solved.
Someone made a tape recording, and like everyone was standing around. Yeah, he was knocking, and like he's like, "Help! I'm down here," and everyone was just laughing, and it just really lightened the mood.
That's really nice, because funerals are
They're
rough,
heavy.
bro. Everybody dressed in black. It's like a bunch of fucking oppressed teenagers.
I don't know. I've only been to 2 funerals on my mom's side, and then I go to a different funeral. But one of those funerals were for one of my uncles, and he was like a little sick, and like he was a little like childlike, so like everyone wore white to his funeral.
That's interesting. That's cool.
I don't know why, but they just.
It sucks to lose. It's like there's no preserving innocence in this dark world that we have called Earth. It's like, I think we're all kind of born innocent, and then you're gonna die, and that will be the termination of your innocence, or you will experience things in life that will kind of take that from you. And it's not a bad thing, because like usually what replaces innocence is experience.
Maturity.
And all these other things that like you can really start to do great things with, like build buildings and like.
I feel like it's definitely about growth.
Yeah, and help people.
Yeah.
Of like transition better than you did from that innocence.
Yeah.
Because like it's like it really sucks if you have to learn how to fight by getting hit in the face all the time by people that want to really hurt you, and you're barely getting out with your life every time. But you're probably gonna learn how to fight pretty good, and now you can go around protecting other people that are barely getting out with their life, and then teach them how to not barely get out with their life, but how to actually get out with their life no problem.
Yeah.
And like defend themselves. How to thrive. Like you suffered, and now you can help other people not to suffer.
Yeah.
I think that's a really nice thing about being human, bro. You don't see lions teaching other lions how to square up with like zebras usually, like, and learning.
They hunt.
Yeah, but not to like the level that we have like martial arts.
Oh, yeah.
Not to the level that we have like art and like poetry and like writing and geometry and engineering and architecture and all these other things that take literally human lifetimes to get to the point that we are today. Like you don't get an iPhone in one human lifetime. It takes thousands of years of human ingenuity, and like it is the culmination of all of that in which you finally get one factory China-made iPhone with suicide nets attached.
Do you think humans, I don't, but like, do you think humans like are superior over animals because they change their environment? Because I feel like we're so proud, like, oh, we make buildings and we make technology and stuff like that, but we like cause pollution and like hurt everything along the way.
I think
we're getting better.
The human species behaves on Earth the same way cancer behaves in the body.
Yeah, we just repopulate and like
we just reproduce, and we just try to spread as much as we can and get as much resources as we can to repurpose to our benefits without any real concern about the system that we inhabit. And if we do that for long enough, eventually we will kill the system that we inhabit. we will have a negative enough impact by just taking resources without the thinking of how we're affecting the system that we inhabit. And you know what happens to cancer when the body dies?
What?
Cancer dies.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah. Yeah.
So if we keep spreading on this planet, cancer is just consuming resources and expanding
That's
in
really
every which way.
so sad, though, because the planet literally gives you, like,
but
everything. And we
here's
just
the
don't,
thing.
we just treat it so
The
bad.
body returns to the earth when it dies. Even if we completely ruin our environment and set this whole fucking planet on fire, there will still be a big rock floating through space. We just won't be here.
Yeah.
The planet Earth will be fine.
Yeah.
We're just going to be gone. And I'm sure
cool
that there will be plenty of species that learn how to adapt, and like, especially species towards the bottom of the ocean. Those bottom feeders that are living off of sulfur that never see sunlight, they ain't really going to be affected by too much going on up here.
Yeah.
They're just going to live, and then a couple thousand years regrow legs and come back up here. Probably a couple billion years. Take back the
That's
1,000.
so cool, though. I think Earth is really interesting. I'm like, I want to get to a place where I'm not embarrassed to be human. You know what I mean? Like, when, like, if there's, like, a more,
like, if you were at, like a alien strip mall.
Yeah.
And there was, like, thousands of different alien species there.
Mm.
You'd be like, they'd be like, oh, this dirty, human warring, murdering.
Oh, don't give them fire.
Yeah. Oh, shit. That guy might fucking shoot us.
Yeah,
oh,
literally.
God.
I was thinking that too, yeah. But, yeah, I think that would be so fun. That would be such a good goal in life, is just for everyone to, like...
To just get rid of the shame of being human.
Yeah, well, because it's like we have fucked up the planet a lot, and we have like I don't know, I feel like how humans are right now, I feel like we're very distracted, and we don't really like take in like that we're like conscious, and like it's weird that we're all here and like alive. I don't know, everyone's like really, really like to their day-to-day, which is like good, I find, I guess, you know, but like I feel like there's
It's
the bigger picture, yeah.
That makes us different than animals.
Yeah.
Because a lot of animals are literally in their day-to-day.
They are, but that's so interesting.
It's very peaceful, I think, living in your day-to-day.
It's cool, though, because, like, humans are one of those animals that get bored. Like, we need to go find things to do and, like have fun, and animals live in that state.
They're constantly in a state of, I'm trying not to die.
Yeah.
There are not a lot of animals in the animal kingdom that get the luxury to just sit around and be like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
They literally have to be like, I need to find food right now or I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I need to find clean water right now or I'm going to die. I need to outrun this predator right now or I'm going to die. I need to chase down this prey right now or I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Like, it is just everything is constantly running from everything.
Elephants, very family oriented. They're very smart creatures. I feel like they would probably get bored.
I'd say if they were safe enough.
If they were safe enough.
Yeah, you get an elephant in a zoo, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe an elephant gets bored. How did we meet?
At work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went up. He was standing by someone I knew. I handed my friend
some garbage.
Some trash. Yeah.
Yeah, in your palm.
And then he flipped out on me. No, okay. He just like jokingly yelled at me.
I was like, I've only been here like a week, and even I know you don't do that.
Yeah, and I was
but
like,
I said it in like I've only been here a week, even I know you don't do that.
Yeah, and I was like, don't get booty hurt, or something, or don't get so offended.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
And then
I have no idea why I felt the need to just come at you like that.
No, that's great. That's so fun.
Did you ever think we'd be doing something like this when we met?
No. No. But we would take breaks, and then those breaks would have like a lot of cool different topics, and then that was like a little like, oh, we could do a podcast.
Yeah, once we started to kind of like take breaks together and just talk for like literally every break about any random topic, I was like, wow, this is like, we could talk about stuff. Cause and even then when we were writing down like things that we want the podcast to be in the future and talking about the mission ideas, it's like you just already sounded like you kind of wanted to do a podcast and kind of wanted your podcast to be about the same kind of stuff that I would want a podcast to be about.
Yeah.
So it's just really cool that like once we started to get to know each other and talk more, it's like, wow, this is like, we just talk. We can just rant. All we gotta do is put a microphone next to us.
Yeah, literally.
And that's pretty cool. So just figuring out how to like refine that so that way it can be better and easier to consume and more enjoyable to consume for people and make it easier for people to interact and like put their 2 cents in. Because that's again like I think what both of us really want is to see like what other people think and like have that change what we think.
I just want a really big conversation, you know?
Yeah.
Like, hella different people, different viewpoints. But, like, literally just because I just want to hear. I hope other people want to hear other people as well. But, it's just, like, yeah, like a collective head. Like, a group is better than one head or whatever the phrase is. Definitely. No, yeah. I think for the next one, it'll be probably a little more focused, yeah. But I think this was a good one, good start.
How impactful do you think Harambe's death was?
I honestly think that changed so much shit. I like can't even believe, like, I think that's where it started, honestly. That's where everything went a little sideways, yeah, for sure.
I've heard
they
that.
They shouldn't have killed Harambe.
They that kid had it coming. Did that kid even die?
No.
The kid didn't even die, bro. Like,
dude, it's the mom's
literally,
fault.
the gorilla just like pulled the kid over into a corner and was like touching on him.
Did the kid fall in there or did he like jump in there?
Either way, the mom's fault.
Yeah. The mom's fault.
Execute the mother.
I mean, they executed this poor gorilla.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't even kill the kid.
He didn't even kill the kid.
He didn't even kill the kid. Fucking gorilla.
Ah, dude.
What's your favorite Disney movie?
I was gonna write that, but I didn't. Disney movie? Lady and the Tramp.
That's a good one.
I love Lady and the Tramp.
That's a good one. Not really, but okay.
What's your favorite one?
Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet. I haven't seen it.
Fuck you.
Okay, so good. I just haven't seen it.
Do you have Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Watch it this week.
Okay.
It's so good.
Okay.
It's so good. If we record a podcast next week and you're telling me that you haven't seen Treasure Planet, I might be mad.
We could talk about it. We could talk about how I thought it was.
Such a good movie, and you can tell me that it was terrible.
I'll have a brief.
But Brie likes it too, so
okay.
There you go. You can't make fun of it now.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like you just wouldn't because Brie likes it.
I can have my own opinions.
You're right.
Yeah.
High five. What's your favorite type of pizza?
I like mushrooms on my pizza. I like bell peppers on the pizza.
Mushrooms are pretty good.
I like jalapenos on the pizza. I like hella shit on pizza, but I don't like too much meat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that stuff on it.
What are things that you're like not so excited to talk about?
Not so excited to talk about?
Yeah, like things that you think that might come up that we might end up talking about that you're like, that doesn't sound like fun to research, or that might be uncomfortable to talk about, or like, you know, just like even like talking about like religion could be uncomfortable.
Yeah. I think if it's well researched enough, I'm not like...
Yeah, as long as we're not coming from a place of ignorance.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't know, I feel like I don't want to like be like, this is my life story all at once, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like I'll be open. I feel like I
agree. I don't want to just pour my whole life story out on the table.
There's a lot. I don't know.
I mean, like people be living lives.
Yeah.
So
people
it's
have
like
whole ass lives.
I want to be able to make sure that like if I do have like a life story, that it is put across in a way that people can relate to and that can hopefully help some people.
Mm-hmm.
And not just me ranting, almost like trauma dumping on a podcast.
Deadass, yeah.
Yeah. How old were you when you first used the internet?
I was a kid. I was like tiny. When I used it by myself.
Yeah, like when you got access.
I don't know how old I was. Like 9, 7.
Mm-hmm.
5. No. 5th grade is when.
5th grade.
No, 5th grade. Yeah, I think I like 4th grade, 3rd grade.
I was 13, 8th grade.
3rd grade.
So 5th grade would be like 10.
3rd grade. I think it
So
was
like
8.
8.
I think it was like 8.
I was about that age. It was
Yeah.
probably like 7 or 8. When I was like 8 years old when I got my first computer.
I didn't get my own stuff, but I just remember like using my cousin's laptop or computer, and then like I remember going on stuff, but it was never my own things. But yeah, I remember when I first like looked up YouTube, my cousin told me like put it in, and I spelled it completely wrong. I put a U.
Yeah.
I put Tube. Oh no, I put Toob.
Nice.
Yeah, and they're like, that's not it.
Like Tubetown or Toontown or whatever.
It's YouTube.
I used to type.
Toontown.
I remember typing in Cartoon Network.
Oh yeah.
And by typing out Toon Network. I broke it up into 4 words so I could spell it out. And
That's
then
interesting.
.com. And I would play like the Ben 10 games on it and stuff.
Oh yeah. I remember Fire Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah. Oh, that game?
No, Water.
Lava Boy and
Water Girl.
I know what you're
Fire
talking
Boy.
about.
Yeah.
Where you use like WASD and the arrow keys.
Yeah, that game is
Yeah.
so fun.
What were some of like your best memories on like the internet early on?
Best memories. I honestly, they showed me a lot of messed up stuff as a kid.
Yeah.
I have more of like those early memories, like the Scary Maze game.
Yeah.
Those were funny, but like.
I've seen some people die. You just see.
Yeah,
like,
I've literally seen people die.
Yeah, you literally just see people's lives get.
I don't know why they just like felt the need to like.
But also, I think it's just the
it.
internet being so young while we were also so young is that it's just this wild west right now. And I think that it'll hopefully get better, that there will be less children seeing death, like gruesome death. Because like I'd be seeing flashbacks of videos that I saw like years ago.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, that's not something that you want to see. Like if you saw that in real life, that'd be very traumatizing.
Yeah.
So to just see it in like a way that's like, oh, this has 40,000 views, is like, what?
Yeah.
It's a very disconnecting experience, I think. Like it's not how you usually experience death as a human being.
Especially at such a young age, so like
just watch like a human life get snuffed down in such like a violent way.
So violent. There's so many ways. It's crazy.
And we can like the human negativity bias is like once you see something like that, you're like constantly worried about it, and like the chances of it happening are probably a lot lower than your worry of it. Like I saw a video of a guy just get snatched up off of like a hiking trail, and then you know, really savagely put a hood over his head and just beat to death with hammers.
I saw one where they cut off this guy's limbs.
Yeah.
And he was just a torso and a head, and he was alive, and he was screaming, and they were beating him with his limbs.
That's terrible. And like now it's like if you go hiking down a trail, you might be worried that you're gonna get snatched off and beat to death with hammers.
Well, when I heard the video, it was in Spanish, and they were just he was saying he didn't do it, so I think they thought he did something.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's like I'm not like necessarily worried about getting my limbs cut off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, but you see something like that and you never forget about it.
Scary,
and you're like, that's a possibility of happening.
I couldn't even imagine that before I saw it.
If you never see something like that, like, or that it represented to you, that will never be a fear in your mind. And it's like, if that is a fear in your mind, bro, you might be a little anxious that when you're walking down a hiking trail, you're just going to get snatched up because you've seen another human being get snatched up from a hiking trail.
Yeah.
It's on a video, but your brain has no way of telling the difference.
Yeah, because you think back on it and it's like a memory.
It's like a memory.
Yeah.
It's like you saw that shit.
You did see that shit.
You know, and it's like that's it's just as traumatizing as seeing it in real life, and it's just as like changing your brain. It's just as like affecting. Like the internet is, I think, a really beautiful place because I think some of my best memories of it early on were talking to people in different countries. Like I was talking to people using Google Translate in Germany and like France.
That's so cool.
And like that makes me like now I have firsthand experience with German and French people. I don't have, like, a lot of times, I think, like, in the 1960s, if you wanted to know about German or French people, you got what the U.S. told you about German or French people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can literally just talk to them.
Yeah.
In their own language.
In their own language.
And be like, hey, they're just cool. They want to play the same video game as me. Let's just go.
Yeah.
So I think the internet has been a really beautiful thing. It's really connecting. I think that the generation being raised by it is definitely got some extra trauma from these fucked up videos that we've seen and like even just fucked up communications that we've had, but I also think we've had more opportunity than any other generation before us to be friends with each other. And I think that that's going to grow. There's
so much possibility for change.
Yeah.
And it's all so tangible.
And I think a lot of us were raised by a generation, like the generations before us were very love heavy.
I was raised by Gen X.
Yeah, the hippies.
The hippies.
You know?
And she's like, not like that, but she was definitely in that generation.
Yeah, but like that's still like a love-heavy generation,
no, definitely,
I think.
Yeah.
And it's a peace and love and like positivity.
Also, yeah.
I think most people in that even if you weren't a hippie, you could get on the peace, love, and positivity train. And you could instill those in your children. They definitely
try to make it seem like a negative, you know what I mean? To be like, oh, hippies. And like back then that was such a diss or whatever, but it's just like they really had like just peace, love, positivity, like just that's like a good that's a good sorry, I lost my place.
Yeah, peace, love, and positivity is pretty good. I think being raised by a generation where we have more opportunities to be more friends with people raised with beliefs of like, hey, it doesn't matter how they look or what they believe, as long as they're cool people, they're cool people.
Also, this generation has a lot of different parents categories, because I have friends with hella young parents,
my dad's like a boomer.
Hella old parents, hella like in between, like for everything, and everyone was just raised differently, and that just brings so many more perspectives, you know. Yeah,
you're right. And then we're all kind of like raised by these different generations, and then trying to figure out how to like live with our different upbringings. But
or what's you even keep from your upbringing.
You seen any good movies recently?
Just the Tick Tick Boom one. Just that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
You should watch it. It's good.
What movie did I watch recently? I watched fucking The Cable Guy by with Jim Carrey from like 1996. Ooh. He has a little monologue in it talking about the internet and how it's going to connect people in 1996. So I thought it was a little ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And Jim Carrey's like gaslighting a guy the whole movie, so it's a little low-key triggered me a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was great.
Yeah.
It was really good. Yeah, I listened to Token's Pink is Better album this week. Honestly, really good. It's better than his last album.
Hell yeah.
He tells a whole story with it, which is like his last album was called Somewhere in Between. This album is called Pink is Better. In the album, he talks about the colors red and white. And red is like, he's got a song called Red really early in his career where he's like just angry and going really ham and just all attack. And then he's talking about being a white flag and surrendering and giving up. But then he's like this somewhere in between place where pink is better. So just to see that kind of like broken down into like music, and like you get to learn that story by just listening to it, and how he's like expressing all of that in like a whole album. I love to see that in like musicians.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, so it's a really good album. I'm excited to talk more next week about like a little more focused topic.
Definitely, yeah. We'll see what that is. What that topic will be later.
We'll be brainstorming.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to say?
Chicken nugget. No, cut that out.
In a pocket.
In a pocket? I don't know. I think this was good.
Yeah.
The video cut out.
It was a bummer.
10 minutes in.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We got a pretty funny video, I think.
Yeah. I don't remember how it ended, but I remember remembering it was funny.
Yeah. So, but I think this went a little bit smoother than the last time. I think it feels less awkward when the camera went off. I think we both feel like less of yeah, you know what I mean? But this was dope. I'm excited to do more. Feeling more and more comfortable, I think, the more we do it.
Yeah, the first one was hectic. This
Hella
is
crazy.
A little better.
Yeah.
Good enough to post, so it's like...
I agree. Like, it is all it is.
Yeah. So. Just definitely cut some stuff out.
Shut the fuck. Probably like 500 ums.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
That's
but,
funny.
yeah. Laugh!